Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. And today I'm going to give you guys some really good juice on how to tune your jerkbaits to run right. And I've experimented with doing this forever, for almost 50 years. I got some really good tips that I'll share with you guys and sort of give you an overview of what you're looking for as far as when you tune a jerkbait. But real quick before we get started in today's video, just a couple of reminders. If you guys haven't had a chance, go over to fishinthemoment.com, check out our new fall lake map breakdowns. We got a bunch of them out. And also, I just want to give you guys a heads up. Johnny and myself, Johnny at fishinthemoment.com, and myself, we're going to be conducting our first seminar that we're going to do together. This is going to be a full one-day seminar, Johnny and I together. It's going to be in Springfield, Missouri on October 2nd. Johnny's going to be handling all the offshore seminar part of it. I'm going to be handling all the shallow water applications. It's going to be an 8-hour seminar, and there's going to be some information coming out on fishinthemoment.com soon. And as soon as we get that information out, I'll let everybody know that might be interested to come into that seminar. But if you're interested, or if it tweaks your interest, put down that date, October 2nd, Springfield, Missouri. And we'll get that more info to you as soon as we can come up with it. Shouldn't be too much longer, just another day or two. Okay, let's talk a little bit about adjusting jerkbaits to run right. One of the big keys on jerkbaits is depth attainment. And in my opinion, I do a lot of cold water jerkbait fishing, and getting the maximum depth out of your jerkbait is critical. And the only way that you can get the maximum depth out of your jerkbait is it has to run perfectly true. Now, I'm not really talking about the action that the bait has, because actions vary, depths vary that they run, but in order for you to maximize the depth range that jerkbait can attain, you've got to have it running just true as it can possibly be. And I'm going to give you have a little bit of a discussion behind this, and I'm sure I'll show you what I do. It's pretty simple. But first of all, let's talk about the jerkbaits. You guys know I use megabass jerkbaits all the time. I've never seen any megabass jerkbaits that need much tuning right out of the box. I mean, the only tuning that they need is, like, sometimes if you hit it, like, if it bounces off a rock or an object, or if it's digging into the bottom, it'll bend that eye a little bit, so it needs an adjustment. Very rarely, once in a while, you'll get one that runs slightly to one direction. Like I said, it's impossible to get exact, precise production all the time. But I'm going to show you how to adjust a megabass, and I'm also going to show you how to adjust other brands, because other brands of jerkbaits they're simply not tuned as well as megabass. A lot of them run crooked, so I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the megabass, because it's a pretty simple fix on here. The thing that I want to do on the megabass here is, you can see the eye tie on the megabass here. It's just straight in a line. And basically it's pretty simple. If you have the jerkbait running off to one side to the right or something like that, or say it's just running off like that or running off like that, all you want to do is take and put your pliers, depending upon the eye tie, because every eye tie is different. But what I do is I come over the top, come straight down on the eye tie like that, and I twist the eye slightly in the opposite direction that the bait is running. So for example, if the bait is, if it's running off like that to the right, I'm going to put my pliers over here and I'm going to twist it just to the left a little bit. And you don't want to do it very much, because it doesn't take very much to adjust these things. So just do them at very small increments, and that's all you have to do for that. So the main thing on that is, ideally what you want to do is you've got to get a flat surface against the eye tie. And a lot of times if you've got the split ring there, it's sort of hard to do that. It's hard to get enough bite on it. So if you have problems with that, if some of the eye tie is recessed a little too much, you might have to take the split ring off it, adjust it, put the split ring back on it, and then try it out like that. But like I said, with the megabass, you're not going to need much adjustment at all. It's pretty rare to have to that. But other jerkbaits are a little bit different. Okay, let's talk about the Rogue here. I mean, the Smithwick Rogue is a fish catching bait. I've used the thing for years. I've caught tons and tons of fish on it. but the quality control on this bait is terrible. It's I haven't used them a lot recently, so they may be better. But back when I was using them, guys, you never got one that ran straight out of the box. So I became a master at tuning jerkbaits from working on these Smithwick Rogues, because they all ran off to the side. So it's the same deal. There's two different ways that I do this with the Smithwick Rogue or any other non-megabass jerkbait. Again, it's the same way. This is the eye tie, just bend the eye tie opposite direction it's running. And sometimes you still can't get it right. Sometimes I've had the things where I've had the eye ties like laying over, like, I mean, I've bent them like radically to one side, and I still can't get the thing to run right. So here's a tip I want to give you guys on adjusting non-megabass jerkbaits. If you have a jerkbait, like a Rogue or something that's running off to the side out of the box, just adjust it barely slightly. You don't want to bend it far off to the side there, because that's going to weaken basically that hook hanger there. And I've had them come out before, so you don't want to bend them very much. Bend them just a little bit to the side. And if they're still running off to the right, the thing that you can do, guys, is you can take a file, just like a wood file or a metal file, and knock some of the side of the bill off on the side that it's running towards. So say, for example, if it's running off like that to the right a little bit, I'm going to knock a little bit of that material right off that corner. And I can show you guys there, right off that corner right there, the direction it's running out. And I want to round it, but I'm just taking off a little bit of material, and that'll get that bait running straighter. And by doing that, you won't have to bend this eye tie radically to one side, because you will weaken it. And once you bend it like that, it also weakens it where it continues to run straight and it doesn't hold its integrity. So anyway, guys, that's just two simple tips on there. Like I said, it's basic. Just go the opposite direction from the way the bait's running. Do a little filing if you have to. And just remember, take the time to get that bait to run straight. Run it alongside the boat until you get that thing running perfectly straight, because I'm not saying you can't catch fish on them if they run just a little bit off to the side, but you're going to catch a lot more if they're running straight. So hope you guys enjoyed the tip. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back soon with another one. See you.